The RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League is on the air. Live from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. It's season 1 of the IR18s. RobertsTechJobs.com, of course, is your Midwest leader in temp to hire contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. Live from for more information in Speedway in Fontana, California. It's season 1. Sorry about that, folks. RobertsTechJobs.com, of course, is your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest, or if you're looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com for more information. This broadcast also being brought to you by Convergent Composites. You can find them on their Facebook page. For all your carbon fiber needs, give Robert Lacavara a shout. Tonight's bump music, of course, being brought to you by TDA Motorsports. And Terry Adams proudly supporting the Disabled American Veterans Association. DAV is an all-volunteer fleet of non-critical medical transport for America's veterans. And more information on how you can get involved, go to dav.org. Tonight's overlay being brought to you by PZ Overlays. Paul Zoda doing some of the most beautiful overlays in all of iRacing. For more information on how to get your own from Paul Zoda, you can find him on his Facebook page. And of course, we would be remiss if we here at Boca Broadcasting did not give a nod to pH Aware. Pulmonary hypertension, one of the most misdiagnosed terminal illnesses on the planet due to how it presents itself. It masks itself with so many symptoms from so many other diseases that doctors are a little tentative to want to go down the route of it being pH. For more information on how you can spread awareness and try to counter that from happening, we ask that you go to phaware.global and phaware.org. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you tonight. Joining with me by my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett. Sam, that was a hell of a race we just saw at Indy. If that's any indication of what we can see here at Auto Club, I'm excited for tonight.
Absolutely, and yeah, we are just absolutely blown away by the race in Indianapolis, but we've got more action here tonight at the West Coast track known as Auto Club. Yeah, Tony, this is the first race of a new season, and these guys have brought new toys with them tonight as well.
I'm actually excited because this is the first time I've actually seen this car on an oval. Every other race that I've done with the IR18, the new version of the Indy car, that's actually going to hit the brickyard here in real life in another week or so. It's been on a road course, so I'm actually excited to finally see the oval version of this at play. Qualifying underway right now. We're running a little bit behind schedule, so about 5 minutes left in the qualifying session, and kind of a little bit of surprise. Dylan Lucas currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Chris Bouchard sitting second quick. Isaiah Dupree, Mike Whitaker, Terry Adams, Dylan Moskowitz, Tyler Vickery, Cody Eldred, Bob Lacavara, and Kevin Paskowitz rounding out your top 10. As we are currently watching Mr. John Napier driving the Sodafix number 99. I'm sorry, no, he is in as the XS Sim Gear number 99. That was actually his teammate. Yeah, that was, I believe, Greg that I saw.
It was, yeah. Greg's driving the Sodafix car tonight, as we do not have their other teammate, Joe Morganti. He's not here tonight, so unfortunate not to see him out on track. But we have two of the Strange Nuts cars out there tonight, and hopefully looking to put on a show tonight.
True story. And speaking of teammates, one of our broadcasting teammates in a brand new paint scheme, and that is a gorgeous purple on the PH Aware number 7 of Mr. Kevin Pasquich, who just blistered a 10 quick. So good to see KP out there tonight. And that is just a gorgeous car.
Yeah, that was a bit of a last-minute scrape together paint scheme that I made for him tonight. Thought I'd try a different shade of purple tonight, and it seems to really pop out there tonight. I'm really quite pleased with that.
That looks good under the lights, Sam. You did well, sir. And if you would like your IR18 painted by Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett, you can just drop us a line here at Beaufort Broadcasting, and Sam will get the info.
Uh-huh.
And there's a name we haven't seen in the second of forever. As a matter of fact, I believe the 24 Hours of Spa last July was the last time we actually raced with the Irish Assassin, Mr. Dominic Byrne, who was in the session tonight.
Yeah, I spoke to Dominic the other day, and he said he had some spare time this week. So, what a better way to spend your spare time than to come back to the place he cut his teeth and into the ISL.
Good to see him back as brand new name to the league, Mr. Tim Bates, out on track right now.
And what a paint scheme he's got on this car.
Is that Pabst Blue Ribbon? No, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the camera angle made it look like the old Pabst paint scheme, but that is that's a sharp looking ride.
Yeah, he's got like the red, white, and blue on the front and the checker flag on the back. That is one hell of a paint scheme. Even I couldn't paint something like that.
So, qualifying, getting ready to wind down here. Again, sorry for running just a tick behind, folks, but we do want to give a shout out to everybody who is supporting us tonight. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the kids over at XS Sim Gear, and I say kids jokingly because they're both my age. But XS Sim Gear is a new company that they're looking to bring sim racing peripherals to the masses at a reasonable cost. That's one of the things, and Sam, I know you can attest to this, it's one of the things that's holding newer drivers back from being able to build the rig of their dreams is the fact that, the wheel and pedals are going to cost you a little bit. The graphics card is going to cost you a little bit. But when you start getting out of the the simpler cars, and you get into the stuff where you can, fine tweak and tune, especially even in the IndyCar. There are so many different things that you can tweak on an IndyCar in an open setup. You quickly run out of buttons on your steering wheel. And that's where XS Sim Gear is going to come into play.
Absolutely, and XS Sim Gear are a new company on the block that are willing to provide button boxes to the masses at affordable prices. I mean, we've seen button boxes out there going through different companies for astronomical prices, but XS are there to give you a decent price for what you need when it comes to button boxes.
Absolutely. The working people can afford what XS Sim Gear is putting out there, and I'll put the quality of what they're building up against anything else out there. So for more information on XS Sim Gear and where you can get yours, you can find them on their Facebook page, XS Sim Gear, the letter X, the letter S, Sim Gear. Again, find them on their Facebook page, web page to come shortly. So qualifying going to be winding down here. We're going to take a quick look at, sure we are.
And Tony, before we go to our grid, I just want to give a quick shout out to one Mr. John Napier, as we've already mentioned him already tonight, supplying us with a new logo tonight.
Yes, and you can see that actually in the bottom left corner of the broadcast. John said, "Hey, you guys have been really on board with the whole project that we've been doing. Let me do something for you guys in the new logo." And Sam and I jokingly said that it looks like a company that used to give a flying insert expletive here, about racing, but no longer does. So we have to thank Mr. John Napier and the crew over at XS Sim Gear for providing the new logo that we're using. We're going to get that into the graphics package pretty soon here. So let's take a look at the starting grid as the cars are starting to grid up. Up on the pole, unofficial track record 32.016, Mr. Dylan Lucas out of California. All California front row as he's going to be joined with Chris Bouchard in the 28. Row number 2 is going to go to Tim Bates. He's going to be joined with Isaiah Dupree. So an all Carolina second row. Something interesting to keep an eye on there. New Jersey and the Midwest making up row number 3, as that is an all Pinnacle Motorsports third row. Mike Whitaker and, of course, Mr. Terry Adams. Dylan Moskowitz out of Texas and Tyler Vickery out of Florida are going to make up row number 8. New York's own Cody Eldred and Mr. Bob Lacavara rounding out your top 10. So an all Northeast row 5. Go ahead, Sam.
Row number 6 is going to consist of our brother from another mother, Mr. Kevin Paskowicz, and one of the veterans of the league, Mr. Johnny Antonucci. Sitting there in 13th place is John Napier, and he's going to be joined on that row by his own son, Mr. Greg Napier. And looks like Dominic Byrne is the last car on the grid, but we do have Chris Hamilton and Tony Rice in the session 2, so it remains to be seen whether those two are going to take the green, but they are in 16th and 17th and last on the field.
All right, so field gridding up right now is again, you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, of course, is your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest, or if you're looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com. Be sure to let Bill know that the ISL sent you.
I'm looking forward to seeing this first race in these cars.
Short field, and I'm thinking that's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah, and especially at a track like this. I mean, Auto Club has always been an aero track where the aero push is always real. So it's going to be interesting to see how these cars react to this kind of track and see how they actually cope with the amount of aero forces that come with the tight corners that are around this 2-mile oval.
Well, from what I've been told, the setup is very similar to what we've had in the past in the other Indy cars. Very similar to the Michigan setup or the DW12 setup, where you're gonna need to drive it. That outside line can work, but you're gonna need some help. The field working its way through the 3-4 complex as Moskowitz going to have control of the field, holding them down.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag comes out, and we are live from Auto Club.
Everybody getting away cleanly on this first start. It looks like Dylan Lucas is actually going to get overtaken on the outside by Christopher Bouchard, and it looks like Isaiah Dupree is going to try and make a move on that outside too. Backs off, but he's still drafting behind Bouchard right now.
Well, Dupree, we know is always a hard charger, but he usually tries to keep it pretty clean. And nobody wanting to work with Lucas right now, as they were lined up and just getting ready to freight train him on the high side. As Bouchard given plenty of room, not knowing really what's next to him. And if it hasn't been for bad luck this past couple of weeks, unfortunately, Chris wouldn't have any luck at all.
Absolutely, as he is sitting there in third place. Speaking of Chris Hamilton did not take the green for this race, so there are only 16 cars running in this race. The newest rookie in the field, Mr. Timothy Bates, doing quite well there, sitting in fourth place already in the early running of this race.
Bates, holding a strong fourth right now. And the other thing I'd like to point out, Tony Rice pit started.
Yeah, I did notice that as they were lining up for the grid. I didn't want to say because you were in the element at the time. Terry Adams has dropped to the back behind Dominic Byrne now, so...
And we've got a battle for the lead. Dupree and Lucas side by side through the 3-4 complex. And here comes Whitaker.
Making his run to the front early tonight.
We don't call him the world's fastest hippie for no reason. And I say that lovingly, and I know he's not truly a hippie, but if you look at some of the tie-dyed paint schemes on Mike's car, beautiful paint schemes, and how he gets them to flow as well as he does, I have no idea. Meanwhile, up at the front, it's a 3-car tango right now, starting to break away a little bit. As they're 3 wide behind him, holy crap.
Look at Kevin Paskowitz starting to make his run through the field as well. He is on the outside. Oh, flipping.
That's Tyler Vickery. Upside down and caught in the catch fence. Let's go back and what happened to Tyler? John Napier caught the apron, and unfortunately, Tyler caught a piece of John. Let's see what the chopper picked up there.
Look, a pinata.
Yeah, oh look at me, smart ass. Yeah, that is a complete pinata moment. Wow. So Tyler, you can get your hate mail coming. That's Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett.
He knows where I live.
Yeah. I mean, that was a rough one, and we joke only because we know that this is a simulator and Tyler's actually not hurt. But yeah, that was kind of a scary moment there.
Yeah, and I did pick up on this on a previous race I broadcast in these IR18s that when these cars are very, very nice to see when they're out on track, but when they crash hard when they're out there. So they do like to fly when they're wrecking.
Well, we just got to see what Tyler saw. As the boys in the truck gave us the helmet cam, sometimes known as the vomit cam.
I love the vomit cam.
Yeah, vomit cam is fun.
Yeah, I used that yesterday actually in that 3-hour broadcast for Major League Esports, and that was a fun experience. I think I nearly puked all over the booth floor.
Fair enough, as we've got the first handful of takers 7 laps into this event, bringing it down pit side. Dupree, Bouchard, Moskowitz, Paskowitz. Interesting pit strategy starting already.
Yeah, but this track is hard on the tyres, so you can kind of understand why they're bringing it down pit road early. They want to conserve those tyres as much as they can so they can be fresh when they go to green. And it looks like in my opinion, I think they're using the correct strategy. As the cars in front of them, they're going to be really behind it now with the older tyres.
I believe the phrase you're looking for is the proverbial 8-ball.
That's the one. There's Bob Lacavara's running a new paint scheme tonight. He's running a Junko scheme.
He's running a what?
Junkos. It's the guys that bought out KV Racing.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that looks familiar. I just couldn't place my finger on it.
It's the paint scheme that Tony Kanan used to run when he drove for KV.
And Cody Eldred in a Haas paint scheme tonight.
Yeah. So some Formula 1 paint schemes making their way onto the IndyCars tonight. I think the best paint scheme, well, I'm not going to be biased and say that the best paint scheme out there is Kevin Paskowicz's, but if I had to be unbiased, the best paint scheme out there has got to be going to
Terry Adams.
Yeah. I was about to say Terry Adams. He always puts the best paint schemes on his car, and he always dresses to impress when it comes to these races.
Absolutely, and you got to give Terry big props for representing the Disabled American Veterans Association. And that's really one of those organizations that they kind of they're the redheaded stepchildren of the government. It's an all-volunteer fleet of non-critical medical transport for America's veterans, and they need your help, folks. So for more information on how you can get involved, we do ask that you go to dav.org.
Absolutely. As going to give a shout out to another one of our organisations that is on the teammate of and son of Greg Napier is Vapory Nation. That's on his car. Another guy. I'm assuming these guys are going to be watching this race tonight. If they're not, but
they have been all season long, in every other series that we've broadcast. So Vape Nation, welcome.
Oh, not Vapory. Oh, Precision Vapory? No. Oh my God, I'm getting it wrong. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so am I. But Prestige.
Prestige, that's the one. Sorry, guys.
Tell John he's got to make the logo bigger on your car.
Me and Tony have had a long night.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
As ladies and gentlemen, bear with me a couple seconds here, as I need to do something that I did make a driver a promise that I was going to do something tonight, and allow me to go do said thing.
Who's getting punked tonight, though?
No, nobody's getting punked. I'm just making sure that. Let's see how that works out for a volume level.
As the lights are off on the pace car.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, lights are off on the pace car. We've got Dylan Lucas still out in front, and Timothy Bates up in second place. Mike Whitaker is third, and Cody Eldred, former champion in this league, is sitting in fourth. Actually, we've got the previous DW12 champion out in third place, and we've got a previous IR05 champion out in fourth place. So, got to watch those out on the second row. You can't really count those out, can you?
Never count Whitaker or Eldred out of any event. Especially the races like we've seen here in the past at Auto Club that have turned into fuel mileage races. Sam, will you bring us back to green?
Yeah, absolutely. As we're waiting for the pace car to peel off, out of the way it goes. As just waiting for him to bring it down to green.
Green flag.
Still holding down. The green flag is out. And away we go. We go under green again on lap 10 of 100. And Dylan Lucas holding him down on the bottom line. Here comes Bates and here comes Whitaker as well. Whitaker going to hold the bottom line with Lucas, as Timothy Bates holding it up there on the outside line all on his own. As here comes Bob Lacavara up to the top 5 now.
Lacavara with a heck of a run going right now. Another one of those Pinnacle Motorsports cars making it happen. So they've got 3 cars in the top 6 currently.
Absolutely, as they're going 3 wide behind them. That was Paskowicz. Looked like Bouchard and Napier almost going 3 wide behind them. Paskowicz trying to make it 3 wide again as he's trying to force the middle line between those 2 cars, and he thankfully backs out of it, as we don't want to see 3 wide racing at this point in the race.
No, but Kevin right now is in a Napier sandwich. He's got John in front of him and Greg behind him.
Absolutely, and I don't know if you noticed, Tony, but I did put the new Bofa logo with the lightning strike on his car.
I see that, and I like that. Meanwhile, up in front, Cody Eldred making his presence felt, and here comes Isaiah Dupree trying to make it 3 wide. Thinks better of it going through the 1-2 complex. But this is not over yet, as here comes Whitaker.
And that was extra chippy from Isaiah Dupree as he forces his way down to the bottom line to the inside of Timothy Bates. And yeah, Mike Whitaker is there, is sitting in 5th place. But as we know from Mike Whitaker, he likes to be patient at these points of the race.
Well, that's why he's running that high line right now. So he's not directly in the mix, but he's given himself a little bit of a gap so that if things go horribly wrong, Mike's within striking distance.
Absolutely, as As we're watching the IR18s go around the track, I bet you guys at home are wondering, where has the DW12 gone? Well, we can tell you that the DW12 is now the official car of the Icebreaker series. So if you want to join the league, you think you want to get involved with this, then wait until the end of the broadcast. Pop a comment down below and we can get you hooked up with the Icebreaker series and in that DW12 machine. As Dylan Luke is still holding on to first place with Timothy Bates on his outside, Tony.
Whoa!
Oh, that was close.
3 wide for the lead.
I can't help but think that's a bit too early for something like that, as Timothy Bates, thankfully, no, he's still going to be in it, as they're going to almost go 4 wide coming across the tri-oval.
Wow. I'm still trying to catch my breath. I'm white-knuckled and I'm not even in the race.
Absolutely, and here comes Paskowicz now. He's making his presence known as he's up into the top 5 now. Paskowicz on a charge tonight. He really wants to get a good result tonight.
He wants to get a good result, but he's working right now with Cody Eldred. We've seen KP and Cody work together, you know, almost like teammates in the past. Cody being an unofficial member of Phenomenal Motorsports. You know, it just you just find a guy that you work well together with, and Eldred and Paskowicz have worked well together a lot.
Absolutely, as Eldred backs off for a short while, taking a short breather. As we've got a caution. Who's that?
Greg Napier just gave us our first, thank God this is a simulator moment. Keep your eye on the blue and green car, folks.
What's my Prestige Vapory? Sorry again, guys.
Greg just did his best impression of a Frisbee.
Oh my God!
And it looked like he just... That's exactly what happened. He was running on the high side and just caught the safer barrier as it jutted out going into 3.
And I'm listening to our race director on pit road, and yes, Tony, we do have the vomit cam on that car. Shall we go to that right now?
Oh, let me find it. Yes, let's find the vomit cam. Ow. Let's back that up and watch that a little more. Here they are coming out of turn 2. And you can see Greg is right behind, I believe that's Dominic Byrne directly in front of him. That's what Greg just saw, folks. And if you still have dinner in your belly after watching that, you're a braver person than I am. Again, that's one of those thank God this is a simulator kind of moments. As that was a rough one. That was seriously a rough one.
Bear with me for a second. I just watched that back on the broadcast and I'm feeling quite queasy right now.
You're welcome.
Thanks, race director.
You never know where the boys in the truck are going to hide the cameras.
I know, yeah. I mean, we've got one on Tyler Vickery's car, and we've also got one on Greg Napier's car. Where's the next one going to be?
Oh, we'll find out, I'm sure.
As it looks like, we've got no. Yeah, do we have a new leader? Is that Timothy Bates out in front?
Yes, because everybody else went down pit road. Okay, so I need your help on this one, Sam. I think I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing.
What?
Please tell me that Dominic Byrne's car is not painted like a baked potato.
It's painted like a baked potato.
You crazy Irish bastard.
As he's right behind his teammate now, Cody Eldred.
So, for those of you who don't get the joke, Dom actually named his team. Originally, it was going to be Team Potato.
Yeah.
In which he got teammates from elsewhere to join him, and they changed their names to Team 3 Musket Beers. which...
And all three members of that team are actually here tonight, with Dylan Moskowitz being out on track as well.
Yes. So Team 3 Musket Beers being represented right now. Timothy Bates staying out. Tony Rice staying out. So 2 rookies leading the way right now. Dylan Lucas winning the battle off pit road. Going to have Paskowicz directly behind him. Paskowicz with the stop of the race so far. 6.5 seconds in his box. That's hitting your marks perfectly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we need to get together with the competition committee and try and get an R next to Timothy Bates' name, as he is a rookie, ladies and gentlemen. He just doesn't have the R next to his name right now. Oh, wait, I'm talking to a member of the competition committee. Put an R next to his name.
You're talking to a member of the competition committee. That doesn't mean I have access to admin properties in the league.
Okay.
Something I'm going to need to check on.
Yeah. As we are pacing around the track right now, Timothy Bates is our leader, Tony Rice is second, Dylan Lucas, first guy off pit road, he's in third. Dylan Lucas actually won a race last season, so he really did have a breakout season last season. So I'm guessing the reason why he's running so well tonight is because of that season. He's really come to the front over these past few months.
True story. It looks like the lights are getting ready to go out on the pace car. And, of course, you are watching a presentation of the RobertStechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertStechJobs.com is your Midwest leader in attempt to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest, or if you're looking to relocate, go to RobertStechJobs.com and be sure to let Bill know if the ISL sent you.
I've just remembered I've got Ben & Jerry's in the freezer. I need to get on that after. Anyway, let's go back to the race.
Okay, so if I didn't have enough reasons to hate Sam Cooper Bennett, now I know. Now I do. Just tell me it's not Cherry Garcia.
No, it's chocolate fudge brownie.
Now I really hate you. Anyways.
Lights are off on the pace car.
Can you tell we're both getting punchy because this is our second broadcast of the night?
Yeah, our first ever double feature tonight, and I think it's going pretty well so far, you know.
No, it's your first ever double feature. I was double featuring Saturday night as well.
Oh, yeah, because I needed help.
You always need help, but this was a different kind of help.
Yeah.
Hutchings is that way. Normally people from Syracuse would get that joke. So, Timothy Bates getting ready to turn him loose. Let's see how the rookie's going to restart this. As we saw Dylan Lucas hold the field down. I don't think Bates just wasted no time. Just drops the hammer, pulls the trigger. Green. Tony Rice stacks the field up behind him.
Everybody's still getting away clean, though, and there's no caution. And Timothy Bates is actually going to get away from the field, but I can't help but think that once they're up to speed, they are going to absolutely maul him on that backstretch.
Well, let's watch a replay of that restart as it looks like Cody Eldred just ran over Chris Bouchard. Eldred has wing damage. And Paskowicz was just barely able to scrape by on the high side. So, goes back to the whole, if it wasn't for bad luck, Chris Bouchard wouldn't have any luck at all. And they are catching him.
Yeah, we've got Dylan Lucas, Isaiah Dupree, and Mike Whitaker behind him, chasing him down like a pack of angry dogs right now.
Here comes Lucas to the high side. That's Dupree on the inside, Lucas on the high side, Whitaker in the chase position. And they are catching Bates quickly. If they got into a draft line, they'd catch him quicker than they are. But they're still catching him at a rather rapid pace.
Yeah, watch that gap coming down. You can actually see it between them. I'm on the panning shot right now, and you can actually slowly see that gap getting smaller and smaller and smaller as they are pretty much catching him now going into turn 3. And they're right on his gearbox right now as, Dupree pinches up slightly as they come out of turn 4.
Arrow push.
Oh, yeah. As there they go.
Why do I just see this ending poorly?
Michael's Auto Club.
You're not wrong. Auto Club usually gives us pretty good races, but I just, as chippy as these guys are getting at the front, I just see this ending poorly.
Well, it's a new season and they're getting used to their brand new machine, so you're going to see this kind of racing in the early part of the season. So as these guys get used to the new car, they will, the racing will continue to improve and people will start to be able to control that car a bit more as Tony Rice gets it all wrong going through turns 1 and 2, and Cody Eldred is right on his back end now. My God, I'm getting my cars mixed up again.
And we're almost 3 wide for the lead. You've got to think that Timothy Bates has got to be almost out of fuel. Yeah, I know it's 100% fuel fill, and I don't know how many laps that will give us. Probably 40, I'm assuming. But, 26 laps compared to 8 for Dupree. If Dupree can get the clear, check him out because he's gone.
Yeah, I'm just looking back further through the field, and we've got the Irish Assassin making his way through the field now. Doesn't look like he's missed a step, really, as he's just moved up into the top 6 now.
Racing Rust, what's that?
Oh, I don't know.
Dom doesn't know what it is either, because apparently he doesn't know the meaning of it.
So if you want to put any donations towards buying Dominic a brand new dictionary, then all donations going to Dominic Byrne needs a dictionary at
GoFundMe.com.
Yeah, that's the one. As is side by side with Kevin Paskowitz right now, and there's that man John Napier right behind them as well, with Bob Lacavara also fighting it out with Bouchard and Moskowitz.
And meanwhile, up at the lead, Bates and Dupree just throwing hand grenades at each other. A little bit of a hip check. And, Dupree's a hockey fan, but I don't think he appreciated that one.
That would be his Canadian heritage.
No comment?
As here comes Eldred now, he's up to second. Ooh, getting very chippy behind Bates there as he finally collects it all up. Managing to hold on to second as here come Lucas and Dupree again. On the outside going into turns 1 and 2. Still keeping it wound up there as, Lucas almost shuffles Dupree back as here comes Tony Rice again, managing to recover from his earlier mistake. I'm going to go back to that, Tony. I think Mr. Rice actually restarted maybe in the wrong gear. That's probably why he didn't get going.
I'm thinking he missed the start and probably was not in the right gear. Those are the two safe assumptions.
For a second.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. As it looks like it looks like they're all racing hard, but it also looks like they're starting to try and settle down now as they are getting into a bit of a rhythm now as they're making their way around the track. As Cody Eldred still holding on to second behind Timothy Bates. Timothy Bates doing yeoman's work to hold on to that lead right now.
If this is what you call settling down, you're not babysitting my kids. Because right now, these guys still seem like they're as wound up as a 2-year-old on crystal meth. Go ahead, folks. Get your hate mail coming. But they're almost 3 wide per second right now, as Lucas, Dupree, and Eldred all just slugging away at it. And right now, everybody behind them looks like they're just trying to find a place where they can ride. And just kind of settle in for the long run.
And there's one driver I want to point out. He's been sitting there at the back waiting patiently since the first fall of the green flag, and that's Johnny Antonucci. He's just sitting there patiently waiting at the back and waiting for the action to unfold in front of him. He's just cruising behind those guys.
What is
He's
it?
got a teammate.
Is that a working car on his working?
Let me have a look. Wait. That says Copenhagen on it.
It does say Copenhagen on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
Interesting. Well, you know what Johnny's like. He likes his interesting paint schemes, and that is definitely one of the most interesting I've seen in a while.
Definitely. Definitely time for what?
Go back to the front now as Timothy Bates still holding on to the lead. I can't help but think he's got to come down pit road soon.
Those tires have got to be screaming. They almost got to feel like Flintstone tires, especially considering he's been running the low line most of the night.
As the Irish Assassin has finally made his way into the top 5 now after getting round Whitaker. Everybody getting pushed up as... Oh, Pasquich almost getting into the wall there. That was so close. One more coat of paint and that would have been his race done.
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Looks like the arrow push and a little bit of help from Tony Rice.
Yeah, Pasquich has got wing damage.
He did hit the wall.
Yeah.
There was no almost about that one. You saw him bounce off the safer barrier there.
He's got some severe wing damage now. I can't see how that is going to help him stay in the draft with these guys. But he seems to be holding on to it pretty well. He's right on the gearbox of Mike Whitaker, and it looked like Bob Lacavara was going to challenge him for a second, but despite the wing damage there, Kevin Pasquich still managing to hold on.
And Terry Adams, the first one to blink.
He's out of the car.
He is out of the car.
Has he gone for one of his world-famous P-brakes?
I can either confirm or deny these allegations, Senator. And Pasquich and Whitaker both working to the high side of John Napier right now.
It looks, well, Whitaker's got him, but is Pasquich going to get around Napier, given the fact that he has got... Wait.
Yeah. He did.
Is it me, or is that wing damage kind of fixed itself?
No, he's still got the wing damage, but it seems like it's working better for him.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something we've seen in the DW12, that if you hit it on the right side, it does one thing. You hit it on the left side, it does another thing. I'm thinking that may have fixed the setup feel for more towards how KP likes it.
We've got a pass for the lead there. We've got Dylan Lucas side by side with Timothy Bates as they come out of turn 4 down towards the tri-oval. Can Lucas get the clear as they come across the line to complete another lap?
22 thousandths to the good for Bates.
Yeah, so it's getting ever so close. I think everybody's starting to get a bit impatient behind Bates now, as Lucas had a look and he's going to have another look now as they go side by side down the backstretch into turn 3. Bates is going to have the preferred line as they go through turn 3 and 4. And look at Cody Eldred. He's just sitting there watching and rubbing his hands because he knows something's going to happen between those two.
Well, if he's thinking something's going to happen between those two, he might want to back off a little more than he is as we go 3 wide into turn number 1 for the lead.
And that's the 3rd time we've seen Isaiah take it 3 wide in this race so far.
And they're coming up on the lap car of Greg Napier. I know Greg's going to do what he can to stay out of the way, but I'm thinking somebody's going to try to use the young gunner as a pick. Ooh, contact.
Everyone's getting chippy. Actually, I'm going to take that back. They're not getting chippy. They've been chippy since the fall of the green flag.
And we are 40 laps in. And this race is just... And I just jinxed it.
So, get your hate mail coming, guys. That is Tony Trapasso in Baldwinsville, New York. PO Box OU812.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna jinx it, let's just go grab Tim Bates right now while he's 3 wide.
No, that wouldn't be fair. As Chris Bouchard's up to the top 5 now, Dominic Byrne decided to take a breather and fall back through the pack as he's right now behind Kevin Pasquich.
As Pasquich gets side by side with Whitaker, keeping it wound up on that high side. I'm thinking that if Pasquich did hit the wall, it may have freed the car up into KP's wheelhouse as far as how he likes his cars to feel.
He likes them loose and fast, doesn't he? So fast and loose.
Okay, so Karen, go ahead and get your hate mail coming. That's Sam Cooper Bennett, Dublin, Ireland, PO Box 5150.
No, because Karen knows her way to Ireland. I don't want her coming at me with a kitchen knife, thank you.
Oh, no, she won't come at you with a kitchen knife. Those are banned in the UK.
That's true.
she'll take a bow and arrow to your ass.
Yeah. Well, I live in Ireland, so she'll just grab the nearest shillelagh and batter me with it.
No. Karen's more creative than that. She's going to use a hurling stick and make you a weather vane.
Talk about Clash of the Ash, right?
Looks like he's out of gas. He's out of gas.
Oh no, heartbreak for Timothy
And
Bates.
Tony Rice gets it all wrong coming on pit road.
Oh, disappointment there for the 64 as Timothy Bates. Yeah.
No, he's not out of gas.
No, he's just trying to woe it down for pit road, so he's taken a legitimate green flag stop as he had the oldest tyres and the least amount of fuel out of those leaders. So he is the first one to blink, but I can't help but think that these guys that have stayed out are going to have a lot of laps before they come back down pit road.
Probably a good 20, considering that Bates was able to do almost 42.
Yeah. As Pasquich up into 4th place now behind Bouchard.
And that's Tony Rice coming out of the pits. Let's see how the blend goes. Oh, this can end poorly. And there it goes.
Schumacher and Hakkinen-esque.
I think some poo just came out of me, and I'm just watching this. I can only imagine what it was like for Dupree and Lucas at that point. Holy Christmas.
Well, they just did the 7-10 split as they got around him, so good awareness by Lucas and Dupree as they're still side by side for the lead.
And it looks like Bouchard bringing it pit side.
So maybe green flag pit stops for the front runners are happening sooner than we thought, as here comes Bouchard down pit road. Let's see how he fares as he brings it down to pit, slows it down. Gets down in time, so he's not going to be serving a penalty this time round. So he's going to be in and out within probably about 6 or 7 seconds.
And Greg Napier brushed the wall again.
Not having a good comeback to the league, is he, tonight?
Unfortunately, no. Pasquich with a run on the high side.
As it's going to be 3 wide for the lead, or is it 4 wide? Because here comes Lucas.
No, that's Tony Rice, who's a lap down.
Yeah, he's going to try and take his lap back the hard way, isn't he? He is on fresher tyres, so he has got a good reason to be up there with those guys.
Within reason.
Yeah.
But Dupree, your new leader.
Yeah, and if anybody knows how to hold on to a lead, that is the man of Isaiah Dupree. Kevin Pasquich and Dylan Lucas and Mike Whittaker, no stranger to leading races, so all 4 of them know how to get it done. And the man that also, Cody Eldred is right there. He definitely knows how to get it done too.
And Cody Eldred, season 1 ever ISL champion. Won that championship without winning a race, and then went on a tear the following season, and just blitzed both the DW12 and the IR05 series, winning a handful of races in both. So yeah, Cody knows how to win races. Mike knows how to win races. KP knows how to win races. Dylan Lucas knows how to win races. Isaiah Dupree, the RobertsTechJobs.com Triple Crown Challenge winner, the only person to ever do it. So yeah, I mean, these guys know how to get it done.
Yes, here comes Pasquich on the outside of Dylan Lucas again as they cross the line and complete another lap. They are on lap 52 now, so we are past halfway, Tony, already.
We are past halfway, and these guys are 34 laps under their current stint. I'm thinking if they can make it to lap 60, that's going to be the money stop.
Absolutely, as there's 3 wide for the lead. Oh. Kevin Pasquich. Oh, hip check. Dylan Lucas is going to lose a lot of momentum and fall back from that now. As he has, he's fallen right back now. He's behind Dylan Moskowitz. And it looks like he's going to fall out of the top 5 now.
Well, still plenty of racing left. He can get back up there. As Pasquich with a run down the back straightaway does not have the position yet. You know, that second line, if they can get it timed right, they can get the pass done. But they've got to, you've got to actually time it just perfect to get the clear before you get to turn 3. Because if you're still up there by the time you get to turn 3, that inside line, without any help, that inside line is gonna, you know, make it stick.
Whittaker's bringing it pit side.
He is.
So, yeah, the man that knows how to save fuel out of anybody, one of the first of the leaders to blink, he is bringing it down pit side. So he must know something that we don't, and he's maybe actually counting back the laps, and maybe this might be his attempt at a money stop.
No, because we're still 45 laps to go.
Yeah, as he managed to get it wound down enough, and he's going to hit his marks. Usually hits his marks pretty well.
Antonucci going pit side.
That would be the second time he's gone pit side, I think, because they were catching him before the lead pack. So I'm wondering if yeah.
No, he's on the lead lap.
Okay. I've been wrong before.
Lack of sleep will do that to you, my friend.
19 minutes of sleep will do that to me.
As I said.
Moskowitz bringing it down pit side now.
So the first,
So we got
first group of leaders starting to blink.
As we've lost Dominic Byrne. I'm not sure what's happened to Dominic Byrne. I think he's already taken the pit side, but we didn't see it.
He has. 6 laps ago. You know, but I've been noticing that, you know, these guys' lap times, they're not dropping off.
Not at all.
Ooh, Pasquich going pit side, Eldred going pit side. Your entire front part of the field going pit side finally.
Yeah, but watch this, Isaiah Dupree. He knows how to play this game perfectly, and he's won races by doing this before.
Eldred runs him over.
Eldred runs who over? Oh, Dupree. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going to work in Paskowicz's favor.
He got it woed down a little too much, and Eldred, nowhere to go.
Oh.
Just center punches his trans tunnel.
Yeah, I just saw that. That was absolutely horrific to see. As Paskowicz stopped too early in his pit stall, had to pull forward a bit, so he lost a bit of time in his pit stall, but he is going to win the race off pit road, or is he?
Just barely. Here comes Dylan Lucas. Lucas
fighting him. As there goes Bouchard.
Yeah, Lucas had to give way at that point as he almost put it in the grass. And Bob Lacavara stayed... No, Bob Lacavara now in pit. Chris Bouchard...
in the lead.
In the lead. Bouchard's going to have to come down pit side one more time before this is all said and done. And is going to take over the lead there. Mm-hmm.
Everybody back, more or less everybody back on the lead lap now, as Tyler Vickery is making his way back up for the field now. He's already up to P12 after that horrific crash he had earlier in the race.
He is. And it's Dylan Moskowitz currently sitting in second.
Oh, wow. So Bob Lacavara actually made it out in third place, did he?
No. No, he dropped to 11th.
And this battle's still going on between Lucas and Paskowicz, so no quarter asked, no quarter given between the 7 and the number 17 as they are side by side going through turns 3 and 4. Paskowicz, discretion be the better part of valor, and he backs off and he winds it up for another run on the outside, but still has no momentum as he's got a pack of angry dogs closing him down.
Well, as far as install time, Moskowitz has gotten by Bouchard.
Oh, so Moskowitz is in the lead.
He is.
And Moskowitz is another person that's no stranger to the top step of the podium, as he took a surprise win last season as well.
Yes, he did. However, did not run enough races to qualify for the postseason.
No, and that was in the DW12, and obviously this IR18 is the evolution of the DW12, and he definitely knew how to drive that car. So let's see how he can cope with the new aero package on the upgraded DW12, as I'm saying in air quotes.
Well, I'm just glad they finally got rid of the whole Kardashian thing.
Yeah.
And for those of you wondering what we're talking about, the funny looking ass cheeks that were hanging out behind the rear tires.
They got rid of those. They shortened the airbox. They brought back that classic IndyCar roll hoop. It's looking like an IndyCar again now.
Yeah, and the wing looks classic IndyCar style wing.
Yeah.
Flag is out.
Oh, caution. That's Antonucci.
What on earth happened there? That's Antonucci in the orange car. That's his teammate, Mike Whitaker, on the high side. Oh! Oh!
I've not got there yet. Oh my God! Who was that going for a ride? Was that?
That was Dominic Byrne doing his best impression of a Frisbee.
Welcome back to the lead, Dominic. That was Netco by looks of things.
And that was Mike Whitaker catching a race car to the face.
So, Harry Adams passing on the race car to the face mantle to his teammate. Yep, get your hate mail coming. As these guys do have fast repairs,
so I'm thinking the competition committee's probably going to take a look at that one.
Yeah, as Dominic Byrne's still travelling around the track with a smoking gun right there.
No, that wasn't really netcode. That was, we're going to watch that at half speed here. Now you can see Dominic's there in the middle as they work their way through 1 and 2. That's Tony Rice in the white and blue car. And yeah, Whitaker just race car to the face. And as Tony Rice bounces off the wall, unfortunately, Johnny Antonucci catches one to the face as well.
And Dominic Byrne, another thank God this is a simulator moment.
True story. As we are going to...
That was a violent crash.
That was definitely a violent crash.
Are we going to talk to somebody, or
No,
wait until
well, we're not.
We're still sticking to that rule. As Harry Adams is back
so
on track,
we're now riding with a helmet cam on Mike Whitaker's car. Watch everything unfold directly in front of him. Race car to the face. So, yeah, that's what Mike Whitaker saw, ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunately, no vomit cam on Dominic Burns' car, so we couldn't see that happen unfold.
Want to bet?
You got a vomit cam on his car as well. Oh no, you sick man.
Yes, I am. Bear with me, folks. Got to get there. Okay, here we go. Get your puke bags ready.
I've already just readjusted my digestive system. I've really got to do this again.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a wild one.
Okay, I'm watching it again, back on the broadcast, and getting behind Timothy Bates by the looks of it, and gets turned, and oh, not as violent as Greg Napier's, but
Yeah.
definitely up there.
Not as violent as Greg's, but definitely a violent one. And if you take a look at who's leading the event right now, that of course is the XS Sim Gear car driven by Mr. John Napier. XS Sim Gear, of course, is a brand new startup company looking to bring reasonable priced sim peripherals to the masses. Usually one of the hardest things about getting into sim racing is getting everything you need set up properly. And that's where XS Sim Gear comes in. And more information on what they have to offer, you can go to XS Sim Gear on their Facebook page. That's the letter X, the letter S, Sim Gear.
I also want to give an extra shout out to PH Aware, one of the most difficultly diagnosed diseases out there. If you want more information on pulmonary hypertension and see how you can spread awareness for one of the most difficult diseases to diagnose, then please do not hesitate to visit phaware.global.
And if you're in the States, phaware.org also works.
That too.
So Napier, Lacavara, Bouchard, Paskowicz, Moskowitz, Dupree, Eldred, Lucas, Bates, and Whitaker, your top 10. Dominic Byrne and Tyler Vickery, the last two cars on the lead lap.
I will give Tyler Vickery props. He managed to get himself back on that lead lap due to green flag pit stops, I think. So, and the caution came out for him at the right time. So really, really good work there for him to get back on that lead lap. So let's see what he can do with this as we're about to go green again.
Well, here's the catch, Sam. If we say green, Lacavara's not going to make it. John Napier's not going to make it. Everybody else can make it if we stay green.
Did you say Bouchard's not going to be able to make it?
Every Bouchard back can make it. Bob Lacavara and John Napier are in trouble if we stay green.
Green flag, green flag.
And away we go again. Everybody getting away cleanly this time round as John Napier getting out to one hell of a lead, but I can't help but think they're going to catch him on that backstretch once again.
Well, it's that angry pack of wolves that are currently behind Bob Lacavara are who I'd be worried about. Because that's where the chippiness has been all night.
Yeah, as we're seeing Dylan Moskowitz making his way to the front, and that's what fresh tires looks like, ladies and gentlemen, making it look just that easy. Dylan Moskowitz is our new leader.
Moskowitz back to the point as he was leading when the caution came out.
Absolutely. There's Bouchard's up to third now, and Lacavara's starting to get freight train now. Oh no!
Yellow.
Bouchard in it, and that is another caution out, and what a huge wreck! Another Napier having a hard one tonight.
What in the blue hell just happened?
I really don't know.
Well, let's see what the chopper picked up as Bouchard goes for a wild one. So keep your eye on the blue and orange car and the black and white car. And Okay, we're going to a different cam there. It looked like John went to go try to get around Dylan, and unfortunately didn't realize Chris was there.
Yeah, unfortunate there for John Napier as he suffers the same fate as his son and is now stuck on pit road repairing damage. Luckily, once he's finished towing, he will have a fast repair because I believe that's the first incident he's been in all night. So hopefully he will get back out there and get those laps back before we get to the end of this race, as we are on lap 70 now of 100. Dylan Moskowitz is in the lead. Bob Lacavara in second, or is that Kevin Pasquich in second?
I'm watching the slow-mo replay here just to see what did happen. And yeah, just John had a run and didn't realize Chris had the run that he had. And two cars trying to occupy the same amount of real estate at the exact same time doesn't normally work that well.
Yeah, and is this a bad time to point out that John and Greg are actually wearing periwinkle on the wings and mirrors? Probably.
Well, if you look on both cars, let me find John real quick. When the wings are on those cars, both cars do have pH aware on them.
Yeah. That's in support of pH aware and showing their support to the family of Sean Wyman, who we've spoken about a lot recently in the past couple of weeks, sadly losing his life due to the complications of pulmonary hypertension.
And as you can see, speaking of pulmonary hypertension awareness, you see Kevin Pasquich in the Ride to Give pulmonary hypertension awareness and the mighty number 7, representing the causes tonight. And directly behind him is Isaiah Dupree in the Drive to End Brain Cancer number 93. So a lot of good causes being represented here tonight. I got to respect these drivers for doing so. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention our very good friend Terry Adams, who represents the Disabled American Veterans Association. Just good causes all around, by sim drivers, and people say, oh, well, it's just a video game. Well, in some people's eyes, yes, but, it's more than that. It's a community that when something comes up, we're not afraid to step up to the plate, and, sim racers help out where they can. And it whether it's just bringing awareness to a cause or actually raising money, like did happen, I believe it was last week in the special race.
Yeah, I think so. I made Kevin a special paint scheme for the truck race finale last week. Yeah,
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a good amount of money raised, and we've got to give a shout out to the people at SodaFix and Prestige Vapory, who did also help raise money for pulmonary hypertension during that event. Thank you all for everything that you've done, and hopefully will continue to do in the future. So big shout out to, like I said, SodaFix. If you're in, I believe they're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Don't quote me on that, though. I know that they're not up here in New York yet. Hint, wink. Central New York.
Baldwinsville.
Syracuse, Greater Syracuse Metroplex, please. Home of the Syracuse Nationals Hot Rod Show. Wink, nudge, hint, hint. Which reminds me, I need to tell you a funny story afterwards, Sam. As the lights go out on the pace car, but sim racers doing good work for good causes, and I gotta respect the drivers here in this league that have continually stepped up whenever something has needed to be done. So Moskowitz has the lead. Lacavara in second right now as we are 28 laps to go. We're going to be going green on 27 to go. It's going to be a big ask for Lacavara to be able to make it from here.
Yes, I don't have ATV up right now. How many laps is on his, has he got on his tyres?
14.
Ouch.
Everybody else 8 or less.
Yeah, as we're seeing, I'm just looking at Dominic Byrne. He's actually made his way back up into the top 7 now, so watch for him on that outside line. He seems to be on a charge right now to make his way back to the front as the pace car's off. And waiting for him to get going. And away we go. We're under green again with 27 laps to go. As Dylan Moskowitz gets away cleanly, and look at Paskowicz. He's going to make that inside line on Bob Lacavara and takes away second place from the number 5.
You got to wonder if Paskowicz is going to be able to hold that low line, because every time we've seen him go up to the second line, he's lost positions. As he goes to the second line to try to get around Moskowitz right now, has a nose out front, and has drafting help with Isaiah Dupree.
No, he's not got the clear just yet, as he's lost a bit of momentum, getting a bit chippy coming out of turn 4. Going 3 wide for the lead as here comes Dupree.
Paskowicz had that lap by 2 1,000ths of a second at the stripe.
Yeah, Isaiah Dupree backing off again as they all fall, well, most of them fall in line again. As here comes Paskowicz again, trying to get a run on Moskowitz on that outside. Not going to get it again. Still not enough momentum as they go through turns 3 and 4. Going to back off again as here comes Dupree again, going to get another run. And Paskowicz getting a bit of draft behind Moskowitz, it seems, as he comes back on the outside again. 3 wide again!
3 wide again, and it doesn't look like Dupree's going to back off here. It's just the distance around that he's got to go. That's what shuffled that one around. As Paskowicz is going to try it again. And they are getting very chippy right now at the front of this field.
Yeah, I did say watch for Dominic Byrne as everyone's favourite Irishman. The Irish Assassin is making his way to the front. He is right behind the number 7 of Kevin Paskowicz right now. Is he going to give him a push and help him out, or is he going to try and make a dart for the front? It seems like he's in 2 minds right now, in between 2 lanes. Is he going to go for the outside? Is he going to try and push him? It doesn't look like he's quite made his mind up quite yet.
Well, I think that where he was running, they knew they were going into turn 1. He was looking to just make sure that he could make the turn. So he was trying to keep at least one of his wings in clean air. And that was really where that came from, more than not knowing where he was going. And look who is back up into the top 5. That's Chris Bouchard on the inside of Dominic Byrne.
Yeah, so I did gesticulate just then. That was because Isaiah Dupree making one hell of an aggressive move on Kevin Paskowicz and forcing his way up into second place. As he's going to challenge for the lead now.
He's going to challenge for the lead, and these guys are just slugging it out, and it's one of those reasons. Oh
dear. No caution though, he's crashed on the infield, so Paskowicz is the new leader as the caution stays. No caution, as here comes Bouchard now, going to try and get second place away from Isaiah Dupree, so that didn't take him long to get up the field.
It didn't take him long, and I'm not seeing... These guys are slugging it out like it's the last damn lap. There's still 20 to go.
Absolutely, as they're side by side, and Paskowicz still got the clear as they come across the tri-oval. Paskowicz is the leader. Give that lap to the number 7 as here comes Dominic Byrne to the outside of Isaiah Dupree. Look at Dylan Lucas. He's right there as well. Anyone could take it at this point, but Kevin Paskowicz definitely in the catbird seat right now.
Well, he's got to hug that low line like it was his firstborn child. Because if he comes up off that, they're going to blow by him on the inside.
Yeah, and he keeps dipping a wheel onto that apron, so that's not going to help his cause at all, as give that lap to Paskowicz again, but a lot closer this time round. Ooh, they're really leaning on each other as they go through turns 3 and 4 as Bouchard still in 3rd place. Dylan Lucas in 4th place, and rounding out your top 5 is actually Dominic Byrne, as Dominic Byrne's going to make a dart on the outside and try and get around Dylan Lucas and Christopher Bouchard.
And here comes Eldred as well. That's Eldred in the white and red Haas car.
Yeah, Timothy Bates is there as well, and Tony Royce. Is Tony Royce still a lap down, or is he on the back on the lead lap now?
2 laps down.
Oh, so he won't be a factor in this, as Isaiah Dupree's got a nose out in front, or does he? No, Pasquich getting more momentum on that inside line, still hugging that wide line as they come down the backstretch, as they're getting bunched up again. Here comes Dylan Lucas trying to force the outside line as they go through turns 3 and 4, and Bouchard's hugging that bottom line as well. Everyone getting bunched up now as they come across the line. Another lap there for Kevin Pasquich.
I'm expecting this one to end about 8 different times of poorly in another 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah.
Because you can't continue to run this hard, this aggressively for 18 more laps and not have somebody go airborne.
So what you're predicting is that we're going to have the big one in an IndyCar.
Yeah. Basically.
And as much as I hate to say it, Las Vegas style?
No, I'm thinking Firecracker 400 style.
Oh, that one, okay.
Yeah.
So we've seen, on both the broadcasting, we've had a week of big ones per se, as Isaiah Dupree finally slots in behind Kevin Pasquich to get a bit of draft, but is that going to give him enough momentum as they go through turns 3 and 4? He's going to get up alongside him again, but still not enough momentum to get around that number 7, as Kevin Pasquich is doing absolute yeoman's work. Oh, and he gets into him.
Well, Sam, I would like to say this is one hell of a way for us to end Speed Week here at Hofa Broadcasting, being as these guys are cranking around here at 220 plus miles an hour.
Yeah, Isaiah Dupree forced to back it off now as Dylan Lucas is the man to try and challenge for the lead now. Got a slight nose out in front, but still, just like Isaiah Dupree, not enough momentum to make the move work on that outside line. That inside line is the favourable line in these cars at this track.
Currently, yes. Give them another 10 laps or so. That outside line might have something to do. Is they're 3 wide going into turn number 1.
Yeah, we've to be perfectly honest, I've kind of missed this. Like these guys in this league always put on one hell of a show with this kind of close racing on these speedways, and this is why it's called the IndyCar Speedway League, as they are speedway thoroughbreds as they come across the line now. Gonna give that lap to Dylan Lucas as he's getting a push off Isaiah Dupree. Is Lucas going to get the clear going into turns 1 and 2? Is there 3 wide again for the lead? Isaiah Dupree pulling that usual trick, trying to make that outside line work. Not going to make it work again. I don't know why he keeps trying it. If it's broken, why carry on trying to make it work?
Because you got to try something.
Yeah. As here comes Timothy Bates now back up into the top 4. He's going to try and make a run for it as well.
Bates back up there, and again, Eldred within striking distance, Dupree within striking distance. You know, basically throw a blanket over your top 7 right now. These guys are just slugging it out. 13 laps to go. Fuel-wise, they should be able to make it. It's whether or not the patience can hold out long enough for these guys to actually make all 13 laps.
As they were 3 wide again as Timothy Bates trying to make that outside line work. Everybody lying rubber down on every part of the track around here, and like you said, within about 10 laps they're gonna be having enough rubber on that outside to try and to actually make it work eventually.
Well, it's not that they're gonna have enough rubber laid down there, it's the fact that the tires are gonna be slipping and sliding enough that holding that inside line is not going to be as advantageous as it is on fresher tires.
There's that almost 3 wide for the lead again, going through turns 3 and 4. Pasquich still holding on to that lead, but I can only assume that impatience is really going to come to the fore here as we get into 10 laps to go, and someone is going to try and make a really, really rash move as we come to the end of this race. And
we've seen it time and time again, and that's what we have the competition committee for. You know, I've already seen some stuff that I'm assuming the competition committee is going to look at tomorrow and go, yeah, no, we can't have that ever again. But Paskowicz continuing to show the lead. 1/1000th of a second at the line.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
And so comes Dupree again as they're going to go 4 wide. Almost. Wow.
3 wide's flirting with disaster. 4 wide is, yeah, just stick the needle in my arm and start pumping air, kids.
Yeah, instant death as Paskowicz gets a wheel on the apron. Gonna lose a ton of momentum as now Dylan Lucas looks like he's about to get the clear on the number 7. The question is, will he, as they get, because Paskowicz still gets a lot more momentum coming out of turn 2 on that bottom line, and he's got a nose out in front again. They are catching lap traffic. I couldn't see who that was. It looks like it might be. No, it's not. Not Greg Napier. Not John Napier. Is it they're catching?
I haven't seen yet, but we are 8 to go right now.
17/1000th of a second. The difference between Dylan Lucas and Kevin Paskowicz. That lap was given to Lucas at that point. So really contentious racing as we're getting, as we are 8 laps to go, as Lucas is out in front but still not got the clear, and is not going to get the clear as here comes Paskowicz back to the front again.
Paskowicz with a run through 3 and 4, and they've got a pack of angry wolves behind them. Those aren't angry dogs, those are angry wolves, as in a wild pack of, you know, cover your butt.
As Paskowicz gets to clear now, and yes, they are catching John Napier. Question is, will John Napier be a factor in this? Because they are quite far behind him, but they are definitely catching him at this point in the race. But it's going to be, with just under 10 laps to go now.
And there's the clear.
Oh no, we're not 10.
Lucas.
Lucas getting the clear on the inside. Lucas takes away the lead from Kevin Paskowicz. Kevin Paskowicz giving up that bottom line as he's going to try the high line himself now on the number 17 as they come into turns 3 and 4. Timothy Bates is right behind them as well. He's going to try and make that high side work again, but not going to get the momentum as they come out of turn 4. Oh, Paskowicz getting really aggressive now as he goes to try and defend that second place. Really getting chippy as they're 3 wide going into turns 1 and 2. Is Paskowicz going to get the lap that he wants as we are 5 to go here at Auto Club Speedway? Getting closer to that number 99 of John Napier. As everyone is still, well, the top 5 still bunched together. Throw a blanket over those guys as here comes Bouchard. Going to take away that 3rd place from Paskowicz. So Paskowicz falling backwards now as he's stuck on the high side. And here comes Timothy Bates now to try and take away the podium from the number 7. And here comes Dupree as well. So everybody getting really chippy as here comes Paskowicz on that high side. He's going to get stuck on that outside. Is he? No. He's going to try and drop back down in front of Dupree. Dupree's got the favourable line as Paskowicz almost gets into the wall to try and stay ahead of the 93. Really going to do it this time, but can he survive the next time he does that? He's really arcing the corners going into the final few laps of this race. We are 3 to go now. Who's going to take this win? Anyone can take it at this point, and there's lots of really close racing action going on as Dupree's giving Paskowicz a push at this point, really getting close. Throw blanket over your top 4 now as it looks like Bates and Eldred have both backed off as we're going to go to 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks are out as, that's the race over. That is the race over. Paskowicz involved in that one. Bates not involved in that one. Who else was involved in that? Bouchard involved. Lucas in it as well. And that looks like it's going to give the race to Isaiah Dupree. shockingly. Wow. There's shocking action here at the end of the race as Dupree is actually letting people by him. Has he got a damaged car? That is the question. And I don't know. I can't really see. Dupree really going slow right now. As it looks like Cody Eldred is going to get the win here. Shockingly enough, Tony did mention that Cody Eldred was sitting back waiting for something to happen, and it finally did. And Cody Eldred is going to get the first win of the season, and he's going to be the very first winner in this brand new IR18 machine. Timothy Bates, a fantastic debut for him. He's going to come home second. And Dominic Byrne, on his return to the league, I think it's his one-off return to the league, he's going to come home in third place as they are about to cross the line. And it's pretty academic now, unless the wheels fall off or some kind of disaster happens. Cody Eldred is going to be your winner here at Auto Club Speedway. Timothy Bates, a fantastic second place, and Dominic Byrne coming home in third.
Sorry about that, Sam.
It's okay.
We've been watching different replay angles of that incident,
if you want to call it that. Oh. But yeah, shock result here tonight. Cody Eldred coming home with an unexpected win. He fell back before that happened, so I think there was a bit of strategy there. He knew something was going to happen, and yet Cody Eldred comes away with the win tonight. We are going to go to some interviews now, and we are going to speak to our third place driver, Mr. Dominic Byrne, if we can find him.
I got him.
User was moved to your channel.
Dominic, Sam up in the booth. You got me, sir?
I have indeed. How are you, Sam?
Not too bad. How are you doing, buddy? A shocking third place finish. Big crash at the end there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
On your return to the league, how happy are you right now to get that on your return?
I'm actually flabbergasted. I didn't expect everyone in front of me to just crash. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and you did have that huge wreck earlier in the race, and you did bounce back quite quickly. So really good run near the end.
I don't know what happened there. I think someone was behind me and clipped my back or something.
All right, okay, and so is this just a one-off return for you, or are you back full time?
I'll be back part time. I'll probably be here for a couple of weeks, here and there, whenever I can.
Oh, cool. So great way to return to the league. I mean,
absolutely, that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, Three Musket Beers getting 1 and 3 on the podium. Obviously, Dylan unlucky getting spun out near the end there, but
yeah, I saw that going into the field.
Yeah, gotta be happy with third place there. Anyone you want to thank for tonight's third place?
I guess Terry for giving me the setup prior to the race so I could check it out. It's pretty solid. And of course my teammates, everyone in the broadcast booth.
All right, Dom.
Speaking of your teammate, let's reach out to
User was moved to your channel.
your partner in crime in Team 3 Musket Beers. Probably happy to have a teammate with him tonight. The man of the hour, Mr. Cody Eldred. Cody, congratulations on the win. I'm sure that probably not the way you were hoping to get it, though.
Well, it happens like that every time. Remember the whole David Wright DQ, and that's how I won?
Oh, yeah.
I think that happened at Auto Club or Michigan. I can't remember, but they're identical tracks. But
yeah, that was Michigan.
That was crazy. I felt like the movie Twister when shit was flying through the air and I was just trying to dodge it.
Well, did you purposely back off just prior to that because you kind of saw it coming in your mind's eye, or was it just you were running the daylights out of it and just got lucky?
I was purposely backing off and I was completely content with finishing where I was. But mayhem happened in front of me, and that was crazy.
Well, congratulations on being marked in the books as the first IR18 winner, sir.
I got to be the first at everything, man. I guess the first season winner.
No. Hold on.
Does that make me the first person to get third place?
I got the first win in the league. You just got the first series
No, I mean
championship.
The first championship. Yeah, I got the first championship. You got the first win.
And now you've got the first win in the IR18s. Does that mean you're going to be in the broadcast booth with us next season?
I can relax for the rest of the season. I can just pit start if I want, or park and pit. That'd be fantastic.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, Cody. You had a strong run going all night. You kept yourself out of trouble.
Except when I drilled Isaiah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna just glance over that. What talk us through what did take place when you had that little contact there going into pit?
I don't know if I missed my braking point, but I hit the pedals and nothing happened.
Oh,
yeah,
fair enough.
I was like, oh no, Isaiah, guess what's gonna happen?
Teething troubles with the brand new car then.
Yeah, I don't know. My pedals are old. I might have to de-dust them, take them apart, and do something with them. But yeah, that sucks. But I'm glad Isaiah had the rest of the race. That was nice, but that last lap sucked for him.
Well, again, congratulations to Team 3 Musket Beers. Unfortunately, Tim Bates not in TeamSpeak, so we can't talk to him tonight. So from here, where do we go next week?
Give me a second. Talk about random mumbo jumbo, and I'll give you the.
Well, Tuesday night we're going to be back here with the IR05s. Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, I believe, is an off night completely.
No, we got the truck. We got the truck series, the duels.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with this season.
No,
this series.
You're right.
But,
the duels are yes. Tomorrow night you'll join us here on Bofa Broadcasting for the Paskey Sports Cardiac Truck Series, powered by XS Sim Gear. Duels at Daytona. Now, and
we're at Kansas next week.
And Kansas next Sunday. That's going to be an exciting one. Kansas is always a fun track in any IndyCar. I'm excited to see what the IR18s are going to do there. But so Cody Eldred, congratulations on the victory tonight. Looking forward to seeing how you do back here Tuesday night in the IR05.
All right, thank you much.
Wow, what a race!
What a race is right,
User
Sam.
was moved out of your
As
channel.
we're gonna send Cody and Don back up to
User was moved out of your
main
channel.
gate there. We're gonna do this. Click here. Send that over there. So yeah, I mean, what a finish! My sinuses started blowing up and dinner came up, so I was actually doing the whole air sickness thing as I'm trying to work the camera and listening to you describe what's going on the track.
Well, scream at what was going on at the track anyway.
It was still very exciting. Rough one for some of the, some of the guys that were running up front all day, but it's good to see, some familiar faces, some new faces finishing, in the top 5.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, you're talking about a rough one for some the drivers. Kevin Paskowicz, another rough ride there, leading what looks to be most of the laps here in that final run-in, and then having it cruelly taken away from him like that is just it's got to be heartbreaking for KP.
Very much so, unfortunately. But Cody Eldred coming home with a win. Tim Bates, the rookie in his first start with the league, able to bring home a strong second. Dominic Byrne in his return to the league, coming home in third, rounding out your podium. Mike Whitaker, Bob Lacavara, 2 members of Pinnacle Motorsports, rounding out your top 5. Tyler Vickery rebounding from putting one in the fence like a piñata, finishing sixth. Johnny Antonucci, who went on a wild ride himself, rebounds for seventh. Dylan Moskowitz able to hang on for eighth. Isaiah Dupree crosses the line in ninth. And Paskowicz was able to limp across for 10th.
Yeah, top 10 for KP, but still not the result he wanted tonight.
Bouchard brings it home in 11th. Dylan Lucas, 2 laps down in 12th. Tony Rice, 13th. John Napier, rough one for John tonight, finishing in 14th. Terry Adams had some issues, finishing in 15th. Greg Napier, the last car to actually take the green, finished in 16th. Chris Hamilton withdrew from the event.
Yeah. But yeah, a very interesting first race back in the league.
Very much so. So, just so everyone is aware, we will be going to Daytona tomorrow night with the Paskey's Sports Cardiac Truck Series Duels at Daytona. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with how that's going to work, it's going to be an interesting one. Sam, you and I are going to need to discuss a couple of things before that one kicks off. But it's going to be one long broadcast, but it's going to be 2 events. Technically 3, because it's going to be done as a tournament style. So we will go over how that's going to do in tomorrow's pre-race. Then Tuesday night, we're going to be back here at Auto Club for the IR05s. And then Thursday night, we are at Indy?
Thursday night, well, Wednesday
Or
night.
Wednesday night, I mean.
Wednesday night, we're going to Las Vegas with Top Fuel Racing. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm going to be in the booth with Somo, Go Fast, and Major League Esports, and all 3 of those series will be going to Dover. ISDC, I believe you're going to be broadcasting with them on Thursday?
Thursday.
And where are they going?
Kansas.
Oh, another fun track.
Yeah.
So, good racing there. And obviously on Saturday, you're broadcasting with the Paskey's Cardiac Cup Series. And where are they?
At a racetrack. To be honest with you, they don't tell me where I'm going until I'm supposed to be there.
Okay, and then next Sunday we'll be back here in the IndyCar Speedway League for the IR18s. Still stuck in last season's form. IR18s at Kansas, and obviously, from what we've seen in previous broadcasts of the ISL at Kansas, it always turns out to be an exciting race at that track.
Always. The drivers here. You thought tonight was putting on a good show. Wait till you see them at the 1.5 miles at Kansas. That's just unbelievable. With the side by side in Kansas, you can actually get that second line to work, whereas here you need some help and some luck to get it to work. But Sam, I think that's going to about do it for us tonight.
Absolutely.
You have been watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, of course, is your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest, or if you're looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com. Be sure to let Bill know that the ISL sent you. It's Tony Trapasso for Mr. Sam Cooper Bennett saying we will see you tomorrow night from Daytona.
Good night, guys.